All right, friends, I'm needing you to bear with me a little bit this morning. I'm taking a risk out there, and I'm going to need your help. And I'm going to mainly do it from here in-house, but I know that you online have good ideas as well. And so, especially since I got in late last night and have been on a journey with my children to go to a wedding, a family wedding, I married my husband's brother, and he and his wife are doing quite well. I give thanks that I am back, but of course, as you know, on road trips, sometimes you have to do some things to keep each other company, and you have to keep certain people, maybe you saw some of them up here just a minute ago, you have to keep them active and involved and somehow not poking each other too very, very much. And so I'm gonna need your help this morning, and I'm gonna just ask, and perhaps you'll start to catch on what I'm doing here, but I need a person, a famous person. Does anybody have someone that they could call out, a famous person? Mickey Mouse, thank you very much. I'm gonna put that in here. Mickey Mouse, and I need a location. A location?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, thank you very much. I'm glad to take that on, Las Vegas. And a kind of dwelling, somewhere where someone might live. Anything we got out there? An igloo, thank you very much. And I need a group of people, like people you think of that come together. Is there a group you can think of?
Choir.
A choir, okay, I saw a choir, okay. And a verb, anybody got a verb? A verb?
Action.
What was it?
Action.
Acting?
Action.
That's a noun.
No, A-C-T-I-O-N.
Yeah, that's a noun.
Okay, running.
Running, okay. Okay, all right, and I need another group of people, just any other kind of group.
Patrol.
You say the Paw Patrol?
Dawn Patrol, the AA Dawn Patrol meeting.
The Dawn Patrol meeting, okay, so this is our AA friends of the Dawn Patrol, okay. And a noun, a thing, a diamond? Okay, all right, let's see here, diamond, and a verb?
Chase.
Chase, okay, and another verb?
Laugh.
Laugh, okay, we're gonna have a lot of that. Under the, okay, noun? Hammer, okay, well, let's spice that up. All right, another noun?
Tadpole.
Tadpole, great. Tadpole it is, and then I need another verb.
Run.
Did you say run? Okay, we already had run. Jump? Okay. All right, and okay, I think that's it. The, okay, let's see, the choir. Green Abraham. Thank you for bearing with me. This always takes a little while to make sure you got all the stuff in here. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, I need one more person, famous or otherwise.
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. That's, wow. That just took us for a wrench. All right, food, a kind of food.
What?
Spaghetti, great. Spaghetti. And another kind of food?
Whole wheat.
Whole wheat, okay, all right. And, all right, for the do-do-do, all right. And over the food choir, where is, this is getting good. All right, oh man, all right, I think you're like it. Okay, I need a body part. Worm? Arm, okay, that's better, thank you. An adjective.
Crazy.
I heard green and crazy. Let's just do both. All right, and another body part?
Elbow.
Elbow, okay, elbow. And a kind of malady.
COVID.
Okay, well, that's topical. All right, I think that's it. Abraham, let's see. Became to, who was that again? Who was, oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. I'll have a, okay. Oh, man, all right, you're gonna like this. Okay, another noun.
Paper.
What was it? What was that? Pencil. I need pencil and paper. Great. Okay, and one last adjective. This is that.
Happy.
Fast and happy. Fast and happy. Why not? Okay. All right. All right. Are you guys ready? All right. One day, a 10-year-old who wasn't so great at listening in Sunday school was stuck in the back seat with his annoying 4-year-old brother. "Tell me a Bible story," said the little brother. "Nah," said the older brother, and just looked to his Nintendo Switch, which conveniently just died. "Please," his little brother said. "Fine, but I might not remember all the parts just right. You'll have to help me fill them in." All right, I think this is how it goes. God showed up in front of Mickey Mouse one day in Las Vegas. As he was heading toward his igloo, he looked up and saw a choir. Immediately, he ran to them and kept running. He told the Dawn Patrol, AA, "Bring a little diamond and chase your feet and laugh under the hammer. I will bring you a little tadpole that you may jump and refresh yourselves before you go." The choir agreed. Now Mickey Mouse rushed into the igloo and said, "Bill Clinton, quick, make spaghetti and whole wheat for the choir." And Mickey Mouse delivered the food. The choir asked, "Where is Bill Clinton?" "When I return next, Bill Clinton will have a baby." And Bill Clinton was eavesdropping. These two, Mickey Mouse and Bill Clinton, were super old. So Bill Clinton laughed a big belly laugh. Can you imagine it? "My arm creaks and my eyesight is getting green and crazy. My elbow has issues and I'm seeing a special doctor for COVID. Me? Have a baby?" God said to Mickey Mouse, "Why did Bill Clinton laugh? Is anything too wonderful for me, even for Bill Clinton? I will return in due season, and Bill Clinton will have a baby." And Bill Clinton said, "Me? Laugh?" Bill Clinton never lied, so. As many of us have said, God said, "Oh, yes, you did. You know you did."
Depends on the meaning of the word.
Ugh. At this point, the little brother's eyes were big. "Well, what kind of laugh was it? Dad has a big laugh and his whole stomach shakes, and Mom has a laugh that sounds like a squeaky mouse." "Well," said the big brother, by this time he was ready to burst with laughter himself, he said, "It was a laugh as wide as a pencil and as deep as paper." When folks hear this story, everyone will know just how fast and happy it is to believe anything can happen. And it happens in real life. As he turned to his brother, he looked at him square in the eyes. "And that's how we found out you were coming." What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Oh, my friends, so there is a Mad Libs before you, and how therapeutic it can feel to allow our funny bones to be activated. It's great for kids to have the opportunity to play with words, and it's great for us too, we adults, because sometimes in that exhale, we realize how very much we are carrying. It helps us to not only learn our parts of speech, thank you, John, but to imagine these nonsensical realities that somehow drive us closer into what it must have meant to have this far-fetched scenario right before Abraham, right? He had done his laughing, I want to say, in the chapter before. It's not just Sarah. They both get in on the action. And here we have it before Sarah, who cannot conceive. Can you imagine how ridiculous this must have seemed? After month and month and year, and there's no 2 lines on the pregnancy test. We have to imagine that she consulted every fertility specialist that would have been available. And we even know that she got a surrogate in Hagar. Issues of fertility are familiar to us today, and they often don't feel like laughing matters for those who so very much long for a child. Perhaps you know, many of us know, perhaps raise your hand if you know people that have struggled to conceive a child and have used things like IVF and other therapies because they so desperately want a child. And we know because sometimes babies come, but they're born in a still form way. Or we know that children, no matter what age they come to us, if they pass away, how deeply our hearts can be hurt and burdened. But we know, friends, that in this Genesis story, that God does name us and claim us and want to do whatever is best for us to help understand how God's activity is coming about in the world. It's not random today like our answers were random today, but no, that's the point, is this is anything but a random story because we sense the why and the particularity of Abraham and Sarah as matriarch and patriarch over a nation that would be Israel. How close it is that they didn't have a child. Would the line have ended? None of the stories thereafter would be possible. That's what the editors and the storytellers want to make us know, that this is a foundation that comes. And can it be possible that God's foundation is found on the impossible, and indeed is found in the very human and lovely and liberating emotion of laughter? It is because we know of this precious good news after a long drought, perhaps we know that too, after a long time of waiting or of grief, that we can somehow appreciate the wellspring of what this truly may have been, not only for them, but for peoples themselves and the time thereafter, always pointing this story that God can make a way out of no way. Can we dare to believe it too? The stories that don't come random or haphazard, even to our own journeys, as nonsensical and absurd as they can seem, and we all have the stories, things we thought were done but came back and had their turn in our lives, or perhaps even in your own family, a baby that was somehow unexpected long after you thought it would possible be. Each time, my friends, as we share a meal, as Abraham brought out the very best from his house with energy and love, every time we share a meal, as we will do today at the communion table, every time we come together and dare to nourish ourselves, we believe that God is bringing about, out of God's abundance, a possibility of something we cannot yet conceive. For just as the disciples gathered with Jesus at the Last Supper, we recognize that they could not have known the fullness of the danger and the hard reality that was faced on the cross. And friends, we know that the story does not end there. A God who has upturned even death, from life into death and resurrection as it would come later, we too can trust wherever you are in your journey, either awaiting some big news, unbelieving of some big news, or thinking that you're just over the hill. Trust, friends, that in this life, and I dare say in the one that is yet coming, there is a place for us at the table of impossibility. And if we can but open ourselves, even with laughing. In this passage, Sarah says it comes from her, and it says she was unbelieving, but it's really that this laugh was coming from her belly. She laughed all the way from her belly up and out. So friends, if there is some kernel of truth that needs feeding, some impossibility that needs encouragement, you've come to the right place today. We have food of which to encourage that on so that you might grow in that wisdom and that hopefulness. And if it's grief that you bear today, your shoulders wide, know that they are shared shoulders under the tree today. Of this glory that we would like to see coming, we trust that there's room and emotion for all of it right here where we are. Even there's room for Bill Clinton. If he shows up today, may he feel welcome.